Fint Jones said, in the conversation is a cop-out. The conversation never been more than 2 deep in any generation. Really?
I don't agree with that. But yeah, I'm getting tired of the in the conversation stuff. So
yeah. We know more.
I don't know. Someone left a comment. I don't know who it was. And I thought it should have been a top 5 comment of the week. Let me find it. MD30474 said, if you asked PC what 2 + 2 equals, half of them would tell you 5 was in the conversation. Yes, I agree.
That's not the same thing at all.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I agree.
Why? Because it's close to because it's close to 4 Mars.
Things I'm hearing that are just in
chill. That's why I say L basketball, because math is definite. Math is what it is. Basketball is not. That's why I said L basketball, because those things are so far from each other.
And at no point, at no point could 5 be 4. At no point. But basketball players can be closer to other basketball players and even better than other basketball players. That could happen. We've seen that happen.
5 not in the conversation?
No, it's not.
Okay. But Jaren Jackson in the MVP conversation. Okay.
Jaren Jackson's way closer to the MVP conversation than
5 is closer to 4 than Jaren Jackson is to Shea.
Not in math. No, it's
not. Tell me I'm wrong. What's closer? Run a poll, Ron. What's closer? 5 to 4 or Jaren Jackson to Jokic? What's closer?
No, there is no close in math. There is no almost in math. There is no could have been in math.
Triple J to Jokic and Shea.
You can't when there is math, you don't. Well, let me add the context to that. Or like, let me look at it this way. No.
Moss, has the gap with players been closed? In fact, not only has it been closed, has the gap with players closed completely and players have jumped other players?
Yeah, players will go better than other players before.
100%. You know what's never going to happen? 5 is never going to go over 4. That's never going to happen, Mars. 5 is always going to be 5. It's never going to move, ever. It's going to be close to 4, 100%, but it's never going to move to 3. Never.
So by your estimation, Chill,
Jaren Jackson is never going to be the MVP.
By your estimation, Chill. So based on how your logic typically works with winning and MVP conversation. So LeBron's in MVP conversation. Jaren Jackson Jr. is in the MVP conversation. Mitchell's in the MVP conversation. And Tatum. Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell. And Jason Tatum. Are they all in the MVP conversation based on like standings and winning?
I don't think D Mitch is.
The best record in the league?
I think D Mitch is.
Yeah, I mean, he got me, right? If Jaren Jackson's in the MVP conversation, I mean, I guess.
He deserves some MVP love.
I don't think Jaren Jackson's in the conversation. I don't think Jaren Jackson. I just want to put that out there. I think there's a conversation.
Well, I mean, also
with probably Giannis and Jason Tatum. Like there might be 4 guys.
Y'all do know the MVP conversation fluctuates. Like a couple weeks ago, All-Star Weekend, Jaren Jackson was in the conversation. Jaren Jackson was in the conversation because they were the number 2 seed. The Grizzlies are now the number 4 seed. Jaren Jackson has fallen out of the conversation.
And I think
the Cleveland Cavaliers have hit 50 wins. They just beat the Boston Celtics. Donovan Mitchell, hello, you went crazy that game. You have now stepped into the MVP conversation.
If you can leave the conversation this quickly, you shouldn't be in the conversation.
See, that's the thing.
I mean,
to answer your question, that's exactly what happens.
It takes 2 games and you're out the talks. Then why am I bringing you up in the first place?
Guys will enter the conversation of league MVP. That doesn't mean that they're going to win it. No, absolutely not. They're not going to win it, but they have entered the conversation to be the league MVP. And if you could continue to do this. Maybe the conversation
can LeBron win MVP this year, Chill, for you?
What does in the conversation mean to you, Chill? When someone says someone is in the conversation,
mentioning them.
Okay. You're playing at that level.
Okay.
We're mentioning them.
Okay.
Yes.
Why would I mention someone who has no chance at winning? Why am I mentioning you? What's the point of me bringing your name up? You have no chance of actually winning the award. So we're having the MVP. Let's imagine hypothetical world, right? Mm-hmm. We're talking about the MVP. Ron's like, who's you guys MVP? Swiper says Jokic. Ox says Shea. Mm-hmm. Chill says he's got Shea right now. Mm-hmm. Ron says he's got Shea. And then I just come in. But Donovan Mitchell. Hey, Donovan Mitchell. I'm wasting everyone's time. Like, why
no,
bringing him
you're
up?
not. You're not wasting
point?
time. You're not wasting time, Mars. You're bringing to light another guy that we might have overlooked. You're just what you're doing.
Shout out to Donovan Mitchell. But let's get back to Jokic and Shea.
Well, it's quality. It's Mars. What you're doing is very important. That's quality control. That's quality control. We need that, Mars.
No, you're not wasting time,
Mars. You need quality control. You need somebody to check and make sure everybody's being represented properly. Nobody's getting railroaded in this conversation. It's like a public defender. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody got to be here. You know what I mean? Like. Talk to him.
Mars, wait a minute. Mars, because that
sweat.
No.
All you guys care about is participation.
No. It's not.
Giving everyone a shout out. Just have fun competing. It doesn't matter if you won.
Hey, Mars, I don't care what you say, and I don't care what the younger generation says. Jaren Jackson deserves all the praise he can get this year. Donovan Mitchell. No, I didn't say the conversation. He deserves all the praise he can get this year.
You're in the conversation. Oh, Killian Hayes.
So now we Oprah?
No,
Oprah.
Mars, that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing at all.
That's exactly what's happening.
I don't like what you're implying right now,
Mars. When like you just to your point, you just mentioned
you don't like participation trophies.
You just mentioned
participation trophies.
You just mentioned that both Joker and SGA are the front runners for the league MVP. I think that's a fact. I don't think that's your opinion.
They're unanimously the top two. No one else is going to get first place votes.
I think that's a fact. However,
somebody will probably.
However, I do think that's a fact. However, we have to recognize throughout the course of the season a guy playing at a level that is MVP worthy.
I hate to step in and interrupt this intense yap session that you're currently watching, but I just have to inform you on all the amazing, spectacular, fabulous, endless ways to play and win over at PrizePicks. Basketball fans, I know the season is just tipping off. Yes, I know this. But you know what that means? It means that you have an opportunity to pick your favorite players and their matchups that are the most thrilling, and you can win money from these. With PrizePicks, you can play daily NBA contests and test your hoop knowledge by choosing the player projections and every single stat line imaginable to make your PrizePicks and take home some nice hard-earned cash. Are you a rookie in the game? Don't even sweat it. I got the playbook for you right here. All you have to do is download PrizePicks, use promo code PANEL, and you will get $50 instantly when you play 5 here with PrizePicks. So what are you waiting for? Download PrizePicks, use promo code PANEL, and join me as we break down all of our amazing daily picks right here on the panel. PrizePicks. Run your game, control your game, win your game. It's easy, baby. It's easy.
Does that mean that he's going to win the?
We recognize the three people who are doing it.
Does that mean that? Does that mean that he's going to win the league MVP? That does not mean that he's going to win the league MVP. But all of a sudden, the Los Angeles Lakers are now the number 2 seed in the NBA. LeBron James over the last month and a half has been playing at an MVP level.
Yes,
because he's been playing at an MVP level, we now have to mention him as an we have to mention him playing at an MVP level. Does that mean that he's going to continue to do that? No, it doesn't mean he's going to continue to do that. What it does mean is that he's doing it now. Does that mean that he's going to win the league MVP? No, it doesn't mean that. But it does mean that we recognize right now that these two guys are the guys, but this guy right here, he's playing at this level and he looks really good.
Well, I guess
chill. On top of that, he's kind of moving me.
This is the definition of participation trophies.
No,
he's kind of moving.
The definition of participation.
Well, had he been?
This is exactly what
participation trophy. Somebody actually gets a trophy. It's only one MVP.
Okay, participation conversation. Like,
I'm cool with a participation conversation. That's all right.
Like, we just like, oh yeah, we gotta mention you because like, cool. Oh, shout out to you.
It's Monday, man.
We talking about the MVP.
Chill. Has LeBron played?
Guys who
has
can
LeBron
win the
played
MVP.
near as good in the last month and a half? Near as good as Jokic and SGA have?
Yes,
I think it's joke. I think as SGA, I think he's been. I think he's played not close to SGA, but I think he's played as good in some areas as SGA.
Nice.
That's why he's that's why
he's better in some areas too.
Both of them.
That's why he's mentioned. That's why he mentioned, and he's playing at an MVP level right now. He's in the MVP conversation. He moves up.
Is Ray Allen in the conversation for the best shooter ever?
Yes.
No. I asked Chill, not you. I asked Chill. Is Ray Allen in the conversation for the best shooter ever?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm not doing this. Whatever.
Thank you, Chill. Hell yes, he is.
So Ray, Klay, Dame.
If that's not a participation trophy, I don't know what it is. Like,
Ray, Klay, Dame, and
Mars, you're so stuck on the fact that there's a guy who wins it, and then there's everybody else.
It's not about a guy who wins it. It's about the fact that Ray Allen has no case over Steph. So why am I bringing him up to just talk for the sake of talking?
He has
Let's waste our time saying, oh, it could be Ray Allen. Okay, go ahead and make the argument for Ray Allen over Steph. Oh, but I don't think he's better than Steph. So why the fuck did you say his name?
The reason why we said the reason why
bring him up just to waste my time.
No, we're not just wasting your time. No, that's not what it is, Mars. And I'm not wasting your time. And there's things that I feel like he is better as a shooter. Yes. I think first of all, I'm on record saying Ray Allen is the best catch and shoot player that I've ever seen. Ever. That's better than Bird, better than Klay Thompson.
Nothing supports that case.
What do you mean nothing supports that case?
Give me something tangible that supports that case.
Okay, so the fact that he has the most 3-pointers in NBA history.
No, he doesn't.
He had the most 3-pointers.
He had before who passed him.
Curry passed him, sure.
Okay, and that's who he's in the conversation against. So
so James is the best scorer in NBA history. So
no.
Jabbar's no longer
the argument he has the most threes.
Jabbar's no longer.
You're moving the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost. One of the main reasons why. I'm not lying. One of the main reasons why.
You said he has the most threes in NBA history. That's
one of the main reasons why when he retired, he had the most threes in NBA history. One of the main reasons why he had the most threes in NBA history was because he's the best catch and shoot guy that I ever seen. That's why. I'm not talking about off the dribble. When I saw Steph Curry now when I saw Steph Curry off the bounce, that's where the separation became with me. The fact that Ray Allen did it in big moments, not only did he do it in big moments, how long he did it, who he did it with, when he was in Seattle, when he was doing it, running off the screens, when he was with the Boston Celtics, cracking open threes in championship. I think he had 6 threes or 7 threes in that game 4 when they played against when they played against the Lakers in the finals in 2010. The big 3 that he hit in 2013. The fact that he's done this for as long as he's done this, he is in the conversation as the greatest shooter ever. The separation between him and Steph Curry is the fact
why he's better than Steph.
Well, because and also he just
gave me a bunch of things that makes Ray Allen a great shooter. I said make the case he's better than Steph, and you said nothing about how he's better than Steph at shooting. Not one thing. You just said why Ray Allen's a great shooter, which is cool, but that's not the conversation being had. The conversation is how is Ray Allen the best shooter ever?
Okay, so
that's the conversation.
Not how is Ray Allen a great shooter. What we're not doing
that Ray Allen shoots the basketball better than Steph Curry. That's the case I'm asking.
He doesn't shoot the basketball better than Steph Curry because Steph Curry shoots the basketball off the bounce. However, he was in the conversation as the greatest shooter because I think he's the best catch and shoot basketball player in NBA history.
Ray was shooting
100%. That's what he does.
I say, is Ray Allen in the conversation to be the best shooter of all time? You say yes. I say make the case that he's a better shooter than Steph. You say he's not. Like I said,
I didn't say he wasn't. I said that Steph.
You just said he's not a better shooter than Steph Curry because Steph Curry shoots off the bounce. You just said that.
That's the
separation.
Make the
case he's better than Steph Curry, and you said he's not better than Steph Curry.
Chill. Ray was shooting up. Ray was shooting up the bounce too.
So I'm glad you brought that up, Mars, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to make this definite. Right? That's what you're trying to make.
Even you know
that's not how conversations work, though.
No. Who's the best? Yes, I agree. The best shooters, not all conversations work that way.
But that's how you want conversations to work. You want these guys,
and you're not going to misrepresent what I'm saying. No,
you're the one trying to twist our words, Mars.
No, you said word for word. He's not a better shooter than Steph Curry because Steph Curry shoots off the bounce. That was your exact words. This is what I'm saying.
But that doesn't eliminate him from the conversation as being
there are some things that are conversation
as being
for
the best shooter in the
example,
world.
The MVP race is a conversation between Jokic and Shea. That's a conversation.
And
you bringing up Jaren Jackson, shut up. He's not in the MVP conversation. But Jokic and Shea, that's a conversation. There's a conversation for the best player of all time between LeBron, MJ, throw in Kareem if you want. But then if you go out of your way and say, oh, but Hakeem Olajuwon, you're wasting everyone's time. He's not in the conversation. I am not saying there isn't room for conversation.
Bill Russell in the
I am not saying there is nothing that is a conversation. I am not saying everything has a definitive answer to who is the best at something. I am not saying that. I am not implying that. What I am saying is there are certain people who aren't in the conversation for these things because they have no actual case to be at the top of said conversation. If we are having a conversation about the best shooter of all time, and you just want to tell me that Ray Allen is in the conversation, and then in the next sentence say, well, I don't think he's better than Steph Curry. So then why did you say Ray Allen's name?
Because he is better. The reason because he is better than him at other things. That's why. He might not be the best shooter, but he is better than him at other things. Okay, that's why it's a conversation. So why bring that's why it's a conversation. He is a better, in my estimation, he is a better catch and shoot. He is a better catch and shoot.
Better catch and shooter. He's also taller. He's also bigger and taller.
So this is an eye test thing. Is this an eye test thing?
It has to.
Because we can't go up the numbers because of just the difference in era. Like you just can't go off the numbers alone. That was whole conversation because once again, like we talked about before, and I don't. The only way we could talk about it basically is if you tell the truth. The fact that if Ray Allen would absolutely thrive in this NBA because I think that when I was watching Ray Allen, he was definitely shooting off the dribble as well. The amount of shots that he was taking is way less. Bro, on top of that too, let's not forget that Ray wasn't just shooting. Now, if he was more of just strictly just a shooter, I do think the numbers would be a lot closer. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying, Swiper, we can't just go off the numbers. There are certain things we got to talk about. We do got to talk about how fast he was shot, the quick release of that shot, just like Steph. We do got to talk about the fact that he was 6'5", not 6'2", and he was getting the shot up a little easier. There was a lot more to it, bro. Like Ray Allen, 100,000% is in the conversation still.
Because you actually think he might shoot better than Steph.
But
which is fine. Yes, I do believe that. Chill doesn't believe that, and is still trying to put him in the conversation.
The reason why
I believes Ray might shoot better. Like that's what. If Ox says Ray Allen's in the conversation to him, that's fine. Because no matter how much I disagree with,
think somebody is better, that doesn't mean that they're not in the conversation. I think that this dude
is
better.
That's what that means.
That's exactly what you're. That's exactly what it means.
I'm gonna say what I'm saying again because you're not listening. What I am saying is, if I think someone is better, that does not mean the person I think who is worse than him is not in the conversation.
That's what you're doing, Mars.
No. What I am saying is, when it is so clear that this guy is better, this guy is not in the conversation. If you ask me who was in the MVP conversation in 2016, I will say it was Steph Curry and no one else. You know why? Because it wasn't close. But if you ask me who was in the MVP conversation the next year, it was James Harden and Russell Westbrook. You know why? Because it was close. So you could have the conversation. In 2016, I would just be bringing up people for the sake of bringing them up. That's what being in the conversation is. Having an actual case to come out on top. Not to just bring you up because I feel like it or because you're second, so you could be first. But then when I ask you to make the argument that you're actually first, you say, well, I don't think he's first. He's just second. No, being in the conversation means you have a case to be number one. The best defensive player of all time, to me, is Bill Russell. To you, it's Hakeem. We can have that conversation. But then if someone comes in like, hey, Tony Allen, oh my God, Tony Allen, great defender. He's not in these conversations. You know why? Because he has no case over Bill Russell and Hakeem. But that's all I'm saying. Which is in the conversation. You have to 100% have a case.
100%, Mars. That's fair. But I think Tony Allen is a stretch. But what I'm not doing is I'm not bringing up Tony Allen. I'm bringing up Ray Allen. That's who I'm bringing up. Yeah. I'm bringing up Ray Allen, who in my estimation is the best catch and shoot guy in NBA history. I don't think that there's a guy in NBA history, and I think he did that better.
Klay Thompson? Wait. Why is he better than Klay Thompson? I'm legit.
Why is he better than Steph Curry? Because Steph can shoot off the dribble too.
Well, but Klay doesn't dribble.
That doesn't mean he's worse at catching and shooting. It just means he's more versatile. We're punishing versatility.
No, we're not punishing versatility. No, we're not.
Shoot off the dribble. He's not as good of a catch and shoot guy.
I think that Ray Allen, number one, his trigger was a lot faster than Steph Curry's. Yes, 100%.
That's not true. They tracked Steph Curry's shot. He was faster.
Are you sure? Because I'm confident.
It's hard, but Ray's is harder. Ray's is harder to get to.
And Ray Allen at 6'5". He said quick trigger. He ain't say harder to contest.
At 6'5", I think it was.
The shot was faster.
So what was Steph's? Because I think Ray Allen's was like 0.2 seconds to get it off. Something like that.
That's not possible because you need 0.3 to shoot. Something that's just not even possible. The NBA
it was something. It was. I saw the sport. If
Ray Allen could shoot in 0.2, then he would be breaking the laws of basketball.
I'm just trying to figure out if Klay Thompson doesn't dribble at all, why? Like, and he's primarily a catch and shoot 3-point shooter, and he's on volume like a 40 whatever. Like, why would Ray be better than Klay in that situation? Like that's what I'm trying to understand, because I think Klay might be the best catch and shoot 3-point shooter ever. Period. Because that's what he does. That's all he does, and he does it at a higher level than anybody.
And I feel like Ray did it also, and I feel like Ray did it
for several years. But like Ray
I feel like Ray did it longer. I feel like he did it on bigger state. I think he did it longer. Yes.
So Ray Milwaukee. Can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? So he had the Bucks and Sonics for how many years was that of his career? That's 7 years.
He was in Milwaukee for 6 years.
Yeah,
he played in Milwaukee from 96 to no, I'm sorry, 9 years. I think he played in Milwaukee till 95. Nope.
And then
from 96 until what, 04, something like that.
05.
And then 05, and then
he played here for 4 years.
And he played in Seattle for 4 years, right? So with him, he didn't come in the league. He didn't come in the league as strictly a catch and shoot guy.
No, I know. I'm very familiar with it.
Right. He didn't come in the league as a catch and shoot guy, but he was a catch and shoot guy. He could do that. He did that at a high level in Milwaukee.
He got known among younger fan bases as a catch and shoot 3-point shooter. Ray was a puller. Like he was a gunner. For years. He was
off the dribble and everything though.
Yeah, but he was getting to the rim. He was dunking on people like Ray.
I ain't even talking about that. I just want to stick with him. I just want to stick with Ray Allen, who primarily played off the ball just like
a true catch and shoot 3-point shooter though. Like that's when it started. Like go ahead, Ox. Maybe you disagree.
I agree with you. I was just because Chill was saying that he wanted to stick to the shooting, and I just wanted to say like Chill. I think it's very. I think you need to put what Swipe is saying into account in this conversation, because all of the other stuff Ray was doing for those first 10 years of his career take away from just him spotting up, shooting the ball. And I'm not saying that's all Steph did, but I'm saying Steph, and that's why when we're having the conversation about people chasing Steph, I don't think it's going to happen because Steph dedicated himself to shooting that 3-ball. You know what I'm saying? He made that this is the 90% of my game is shooting this 3-ball. I'm not saying the exact numbers like 90% of his shots. I'm just saying I'm standing on this 3-ball. Ray Allen had the 3-ball in his bag and was known as a great shooter, but he had so much more in his game. That's why I think the numbers are just a bad way to go in this conversation.
Right, because we live in a completely different era where the long ball is prevalent today, and you got guys shooting 8-9 long balls a game. Ray Allen did not come from that era, even though he still was cracking the long ball at a good rate when he played in Milwaukee, when he played in Seattle, and he still was one of the best, if not the best, long ball shooter in the game. And it wasn't until he got to Boston where he became primarily a long ball shooter, and he wasn't much of a one-on-one player. And you saw how enhanced his catch and shoot ability became, even though he was still doing that in Seattle. He was doing that in Milwaukee for a lot of years, still doing that. And I think that with Steph Curry being the better shooter off the dribble, I think that's where the separation is. But catch and shoot, I think he was better than Klay Thompson.